I'll be right with you guys in a second. What's up, guys? Hold on one second. Yeah, it seemed like my microphone was dying. Sorry about that, guys. Let me get my... All right. Basically, what's up, guys? How you doing? Today, I'm going to be doing my legs. I'm going to be hitting with some of the basic exercises that I've been doing. So let me get on my hoodie and let me get that going. Hold on one second. Let me get my pad. Lauren, what's up with this? Okay, so I have like no time left on my pad. All right, let me get on my hoodie. I like to get my sweat going. Hold on one second, guys. So I'm going to be doing this leg day. I'm going to be doing stiff-legged deadlifts first, followed by leg curls, then some leg extensions, then leg presses, and then some calves, man. Let's get that shit rolling. So hold on one second. Let me get my mic on. You guys can feel free to ask me any questions. First thing I'm going to be doing is stiff-legged deadlifts. So let me just move these over here. Hold on one second. Let me move this back a little bit. A little too close for me. Okay. Let's see here. Now this is not a really heavy weight for stiff-legged deadlifts for me. But I still want to stretch out my back. Hold on one second. Yeah, that fucking thing follows me around all over the place. Can't have no privacy. Wait up, it's not coming here now. All right, why is it not turned? Okay, this is where I want it. Okay, this is what I want to do here. I'm going to get from the side of my legs so I can see the contraction on my hamstrings. Okay. Let me stretch a little bit. Now, like I said, this is a lightweight for my stiff-legged deadlifts. Oh, actually, I didn't even introduce myself. If you're new to the channel, my name is Charlie D, and this is my channel, Sixpack at 60. I do my workouts Monday to Friday from 2 to 3, and that's what I'm doing right now. I do a 5-day split. Today is leg day. So let me get going with these stiff-legged deadlifts. Okay. Whew. I really feel the stretch on my ass right there. Now, I was saying, these are the exercises. These are 6 exercises that I've done my whole life as a basis for my leg workouts. Now, if you notice, squats weren't part of that. That was my choice because I had issues with my back when I was doing it when I first started working out. And I had an issue with the weight falling behind me. Once that happened, I never was able to use big heavy weight behind it. So now, I've always used the leg press. I do incorporate the squats sometimes, but not often. It's not a base exercise. for me. Yeah, and the stiff-legged deadlifts work when you're bent over like this and you're touching your toes. It's like, imagine you're touching, if you've ever done this exercise, imagine you're touching your toes, right? You're keeping your legs stiff like this. You don't bend your knees, you stiff them. Keep them stiff like that. Then you bend forward with your back straight and you feel the stretch here and in your butt. And then when you're actually holding a weight, when you're doing that, you're putting a lot of stress on the stretch of the movement. And that's where a lot of the muscle work. See, I didn't know that when I was younger. I learned that about 10, 15 years ago. Because I never felt good doing stiff-legged deadlifts. I always thought I had to use a big, heavy weight. Now I found out you have to use a weight enough to stimulate growth in your butt, in your glutes. So, let me see. Okay, let's see how these motherfuckers look. Okay, second set. Okay. Woo. That was a good set. Can't really see it in this fucking light, but here it's okay. These are hard, man, now. Whew. Let me get some more. This is a electrolyte mix that I use. And I throw a little bit of table salt in that shit because it doesn't seem to have enough salt for me. Here in Florida, I sweat a lot, especially in this garage. Yeah, I'm happy, I'm excited. I got to 250 subscribers, so I'm trying to get to 300 by the end of the week. So if you guys get anything out of my workout, I want to grow the channel, so subscribe and hit the notification button because I go live all the time. My wife says I'm one of those guys who goes live, who posts everything, which ain't true. Only when we do activities, I like to post the fitness activities. Okay, next set. Yeah, I like these shorts. I'm able to hike them up, show my leg a little bit. Yeah, I always wanted nice legs, but not real big legs. Because I like to climb mountains and shit. I didn't want to be one of those guys that was a little too heavy. I want to be strong and muscular, but not overly muscular where the muscle is slowing me down because I can't lift it. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Okay. Okay, next set. I really can't stress how important it is to use the correct amount of weight on this exercise so you really feel the stretch and contract it at the top and let it really stretch and have force against it with the weight. If you use too heavy of a weight, you're gonna hurt your back or try to put in other muscles that'll stop you from working your hamstrings. If you use a light enough weight, you gotta find the groove. It's not easy, but you gotta experiment with weights and technique, but you have to do it with a weight you can control. Don't fuck your back up, man. Oh, Charlie D told me to do this. No, man, do that shit with a light weight. Okay. Whew. Felt that in my glutes, man. I felt it. Felt good. Okay. Let me get to the leg curls. Let me clean this area up. I got my computer there. Okay. All right, we're all set up for the leg curls. All right, we bring it over here. Okay, now, let me get my other pad. This next exercise is leg curls for the hamstrings. Now I get to use this machine. Hold on. I get to use this machine again. This is the Titan leg extension leg curl machine. Right now I have it set up for leg curls, which is good for me. So, get this done here. All right, so the first exercise I did so far was stiff-legged deadlifts for my hamstrings. Now I'm gonna be doing leg curls for my hamstrings. When I do these, your legs are basically one of the fastest muscles that you feel the burn real quick. So with this exercise, I tend to use lighter weight and contract my hamstrings as I'm doing it. So sometimes I'll feel it, I'll touch it just to make sure it's contracting. But yeah, you can feel it when you do it correctly. Okay, first set. Okay. Whew, let me let him out to stretch. That burn at the end. Whew. Yeah, man. This is definitely a good machine. I like this machine. This was a good investment. I was happy because for home gyms, you have to. I wanted to get a leg curl machine and a leg extension machine. Right? I wanted a lying leg curl because that's what I was used to. This is the first time I've ever used a seated leg curl on a consistent basis. I didn't like them before. This time I like this one. Maybe because I had to buy it because of space. Because this is, like I said, a combination leg extension, leg curl, seated leg curl machine. So for my use, I can't get a better machine. It doesn't take up a lot of space, and it's pretty easy to switch in between. I'm going to be switching it after this exercise, so you can see me. You be the judge. See how it is. But I like the machine. And since it's a garage gym, I had to make it everything smaller. Everything has to be small. Okay, next set. Now I do this very slowly and contract my hamstrings, then I let it up, try to do it very slowly. Now when I say very slowly, I don't mean like this. I mean slowly for me, where I can feel it. I don't just jerk it up and let it swing down. No. Whew, I got a couple of partials at the end. Whew. With the leg curl, I need to let my legs extend like that. And even with the leg extensions, I need to have them stretched at the bottom too, because a lot of lactic acid goes in those legs real quick. The legs are a big muscle, and they suck a lot of lactic acid in when you use them, boy. I don't think I've ever had my arms burn as much as my hamstrings or quads. My forearms have burned, but I do hammer curls, they burn right away. Hope you guys are getting something out of this workout. I've been a trainer since the 90s. I've been a nutritionist since the 90s. I don't claim to know everything, but I know a lot. And at least I know what works for me, because I'm 61 years old and I'm not taking any medication, no heart medication, no cholesterol medication. I have no major joint issues except for a torn meniscus that happened when I was a kid, and a rotator cuff that happened when I was cutting a tree. I've never really had an injury in the gym. I've always stayed away from injuries, and the way I did that was by using correct form, lighter weight, full range of motion. That's the way you stay out of it. Sure, a lot of my friends, I had a lot of friends, because I was also a gym manager from like 96 on. From 96 on, I was managing several different clubs throughout my years. And I worked out with a lot of different people, some knuckleheads, some good guys, some science-based guys, some pro bodybuilders, and a lot of guys like to throw around heavy weight. I was never one of those guys, and most of the guys that I know that were friends of mine from back then in the day are either not lifting anymore because they hurt, or they're not in good shape anymore because they were taking shit back then. Now that's whatever you do, your shit is your shit. But I wanted to be, my whole goal while I was working out as I was young in my 20s and 30s was to be fit when I got older, because I knew that was going to be an issue, because my grandfather was old and he was out of shape, and I didn't want to be like that. So, okay, Next set. Okay. I'll do one more set after this. Mainly because I don't want to get up. But I do like it when I do an extra set on my hamstrings, because I do feel my glutes and my hamstrings much more in the next couple of days. I feel them sore. Now, the reason why I do more of my hamstrings and glutes with the leg curls and leg presses is because I don't do squats on a consistent basis. There's two problems with that. One is you don't strengthen your glutes as much. And two, since I don't do the exercise consistently, I don't get stronger or better at it. That's one of those exercises where I don't like to do. That I should do, but I don't like to do it because of my back. Because no matter what I do, no matter how light the weight is, I can put 25 on each side, and I'll do 10 reps, 20 reps, then I'll do another set. I'll be fine, and in 2 days, for some reason, I'll bend over and my back jumps out. It's always after I do squats. Otherwise, it never happens. So what does that tell me? Fuck squats. I ain't doing them that much. I can do hack squats. I'm going to do them Saturday, I think. All right, let me get the next set. Okay. Okay. Whew. That was a good set. Ah, shit, I forgot to put my watch. Let me do it again right now. I'll do my watch now. I like to time my workout, even though it always lasts over. I'm trying to always get my workouts in at a half an hour, but it never happens. So that's the time I shoot for. That's my goal, to get my full workout done in a half hour. But what happens is I start working out, then I start getting my groove on, and then I feel better, and then it kicks in, and then I feel better. But today I did want to do my workout, my leg workout. Leg workouts don't scare me because since I set my weights a little lighter and I'm thinking about more consistent stuff, doing it consistently in full range of motion, stuff like that, it's not such a, oh shit, I gotta go do 1,000-pound leg press or a 200, 300-pound squat. You know, I'm not doing that shit. So let me get this together here. Hold on. Okay, now I'm going to show you how this works. Hold on. Come over this way, and I'll show you how this works. This transforms from a leg press into a leg extension. I mean, a leg curl. This transforms into a leg curl. To a leg extension. Take this pin out. Right, this comes out. This goes just like that, and bang. It's a leg extension now. Now, one of my hacks that I do, I'm over here. I'll go over here. One of my hacks is I put this 10-pound plate behind here, and that gives me a little bit more of a stretch. You'll see what I'm talking about. What's up, everybody down there? I'll get to the questions in a minute. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. All right. I think yeah. Okay, I'm just trying to get situated in here. It's hard. I'm all sweaty and everything's getting sticky. So let me get this back. See, by adding that 10-pound plate, it allows me to push that farther back. Okay. Okay, now leg extensions are for the quadriceps, the front part of the leg. This is also a good exercise for you when you're rehabbing your knee, using a light weight. Okay. Ooh, burning out. Okay. Whew. Now I'm letting it stretch right now. See, once it starts burning, I try to do like 3 more. Because once I start really feeling that burn, that's when it hurts. That's when it starts working. I'm sweating, man. Whew. Hope you guys are getting something out of my workout. If you do like watching, do me a favor, hit subscribe. I'm trying to get to 300 subscribers by the end of the week. I just started live streaming a month ago, so I'm very excited. We got to 250 this weekend. I was happy. Yeah, I really can't emphasize how important it is to do some kind of activity, especially when you get older. But even as you're younger, 20, 30, 40, 50, you do activity, weight training, eat right, because when you get older, when you're 50, 60, you don't want to be one of those guys that's having to take medication all the time. You can either track what you eat and take care of what you eat now, or you're going to have to do it later when you get older. I know a lot of my friends that have to watch, they can't eat certain shit. They have to take cholesterol medicine, heart medicine, because they didn't take care of themselves all the time. Now, granted, of course, some people have genetic defects. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the dude who used to be in shape and then said, fuck it, I'm going to start eating what I want to eat. And now he's got to take medicine, all this medicine, now he wants to get in shape. If you would have just stayed there, you wouldn't be taking medicine now. You're either going to do it then or do it later, you know? That's a fact. I tell that to a lot of my clients. Either you're going to have, you know, I spoke to a guy the other day, and he said, oh, man, I haven't been training. I'm getting ready to train. I said, you told me that 6 months ago, dude. He goes, yeah, I know, but, you know, things got busy. I said, man, You know, if you don't get started, you're going to keep gaining weight. I said, if you started 6 months ago, you would have had 6 months of progress. Now you have 6 months of regret that you didn't start. He goes, yeah, I got to start. I said, well, let's get started. He goes, yeah, this week. So I said, okay. It's Wednesday. He hasn't called me yet. So that's just how it is. You know, it's hard to get started. It's even harder to keep going, though. But it is possible. That's why I show you guys. I've been training for such a long time, kind of consistent basis. So might as well show you somebody is. Okay, next set. Okay. 1, 2. Oh God, I couldn't even do that last. Whoa. Woo. I can see my vein right there popping, the pulse vein on that one. Wow. That blood was pumping to that leg, man. Whew. All right, next exercise is going to be leg presses, which a lot of people don't do correctly either. You know, they use the leg press as an excuse to throw on a lot of weight, and then they move the weight 5 inches and shit. I used to do that. I used to throw on like 600, 700, 800 pounds, but then I do calf raises with that. And I used to fill out the leg press with calf raises. And then, with the plates while I did my calf raises. Now I don't do them heavy anymore. I'm too scared to hurt my Achilles. And that's another reason why I stay. One of my friends was just telling me the other day, I saw him, I haven't seen him in years. He asked me what was my opinion on testosterone, and I told him, shouldn't use it. Nobody, I don't use it. And he says, why shouldn't you use it? And I said, because once you start using testosterone, this is just me. You guys do whatever the fuck you want. This is me. If you use testosterone, you're going to actually stop making testosterone, which will inhibit your sex drive if you stop taking testosterone. So basically, you're going to be stuck on testosterone the rest of your life, which for me, I don't want to be hooked on anything the rest of my life, especially something involving my private parts and my virility, my testosterone is something that I like to make naturally. So he said, well, when you get older, your testosterone goes down. I said, yeah, but if you eat right and work out hard, you can get a little more testosterone. You can offset it a little bit. And he goes, that sounds like hard work. So you know who I'm talking about, Andre. Anyway, all right, let me get another set. One more set. Okay. 5. Wow. Okay, that was it. Plus, the state of the world, what the world is in now, you never know when there's going to be an apocalypse and it's going to be every man for themselves. And you think testosterone clinics are going to be around then? No, you're going to have a bunch of guys who used to be jacked not be jacked anymore because they can't get testosterone. But you know who won't be like that? Me. Because I'll be making my own testosterone out of my balls. That's the way you're supposed to do it. But that's not to say I would never do it later, because I heard it has good effects on longevity, but right now that's not in the plan for me. So, all right, I'm gonna go do some leg presses now. Let's turn this around here. What is it? Let's turn this around. What's up, high energy? Whew. Okay, hold on. Man, it is hot out here today. Let me get some water. So listen, if you guys are just tuning in, my name is Charlie D, and this is my channel, Sixpack at 60, and I stream every day. Monday to Friday, Tuesday, 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Okay. This is not set up here. I forgot I took a 25 off there the other day. Okay. All right, like I said before, a lot of guys like to put a lot of weight on this. They use this instead of the squat. Now, this is not a replacement for the squat. This is my substitution for the squat. I'm not going to tell people not to do a squat. No, squat is a basic exercise that everybody should do. Don't make the mistake I did, and I didn't make it a part of my routine when I was younger, as much as I should have, which hurts me now because my glutes are less developed and my hamstrings are a little less developed than my quads. So, to counteract that, I do my leg presses here very slow with a lighter weight, and I also pick my butt up so I really feel it in my hamstrings. And you can actually see the hamstrings tense up. I can feel them. So let's see if that works here. That was a good set. I need to throw some weight on there though. That was a good first set though. I gotta fix this camera because it's tracking me, but it's not tracking the weight, so it's not the angle I wanted. Let's see if I can fix it. Let me see something. Whew. Okay, next set. Whew. Feel free to comment, leave a question. I try to get to my questions. I'm going to make a video because I got a bunch of questions I needed to answer. And I can't answer them on here because when I answer, I can't get to the questions here because I'm working out. But I can get to them later. Okay, second set. Okay. Whew. That was a good set. Oh, yeah. Whew. I want to thank you guys that are still watching for the support. I appreciate all the subscribers this weekend. I got 250 subscribers. I was happy. We want to get to 300 by the end of the week. So if you enjoy watching or got something out of it, do me a favor, subscribe. Okay, next set. I really got to stress coming all the way down with the leg press. Don't give in to that temptation of putting on a lot of weight and not coming down all the way. You know. Okay. Woo. That was a good set, man. Did I give a run out of juice? Woo, man. Whew. See, I came all the way down, because when you come all the way down and you lift your butt up a little bit, it makes the glutes and the back hamstrings contract a little bit more. So, whew. Man, that was a good set. Let's get some calves in. All right, so far we did 4 exercises. We did stiff-legged deadlifts for the hamstrings, leg curls for the hamstrings, leg extensions for the quadriceps, and leg presses for the quadriceps, glutes, and hamstrings. And like I said, I don't do squats in this routine. I haven't done them in the past few months because I keep getting injured every time I do it, so fuck that. All right, hold on. Let's get over here. We're gonna do some calves here. Yes, today is leg day, Maxim. Chest is tomorrow. Chest is tomorrow. I don't know why this thing is not on. Hold on. Oh well, I guess that little thing. All right. Oh, let me get my pad. Hold on 1 second, guys. Yeah, I want to reiterate about calves. I've always done my calves. So I've been one of those guys who consistently did calves when I was younger. I was one of those guys who read Arnold Schwarzenegger's book, and he was a big thing about calf training. So I always made sure I had good, had good calves. So, and I've done these 2 exercises, basically seated calves and calf raises on a leg press. Now I don't use that leg press over there because this is the one I started doing it back in Elmo's gym. One day I'll say that story. If you guys can, look up Elmo Santiago. He was a Mr. Universe back in the 60s. That was my first gym mentor. Okay, now this calf exercise here, some people say it doesn't do shit. I say it works for me because this is what helped me. I've seen a lot of people's legs, and a lot of people that don't do this exercise don't have this muscle in their calf like this right here. I don't know if you can see it, but also when I go like this front piece comes out, like this whole muscle right here. So I attribute it to this exercise. I've done this exercise, has to be 30 years, since I've been working out, since the 80s, since 81 I think is when I actually started training in a gym, you know what I'm saying? With Elmo. He had a dirt floor in his gym on Castle Hill in the Bronx. Okay, let me get this set in. Now, calves are exercise, body part you have to use heavy weight, but I use medium weight for high reps because I've done all the heavy weights when I was younger. So now I just try to maintain my muscularity in my legs. I'm not trying to get them much bigger, even though maybe my calves are a little bit bigger, but all right. Okay. Woo. I try to do them until I fail. Oh yeah. And I don't use a lot of weight on this, but I do them very slowly. Most of my exercises, you'll see that I do them slowly, and I really try to contract, and I really try to concentrate on the movement. I know a lot of people tell you that shit, and they don't do it. But if you actually do it, it makes your workouts easier and a little bit more enjoyable. You see how you have less pain, less joint pain. You feel better. You definitely wake up with less pain when you do full range of motion exercises. Your muscles definitely get developed more. If you guys are getting anything out of this workout today, do me a favor, subscribe and hit the notification button. All right, let's get another set in. There's something else that Elmo told me. I'll tell you after this set about calves, which I took to heart. Okay. Whew. You got to stretch them all the way down, bring them all the way up, bring them slow. Don't bring them like this. Yes, today's leg day. Tomorrow is chest, shoulders, and tricep. And then Friday is back and biceps again. And Saturday, I'm going to do some legs. I think I'm going to hit the hack squat machine. Get some more work on that. Maybe do some stiff-legged deadlifts, depending on how I feel. But yeah, I'm going to add another day to my 5-day split. Whew. I haven't been drinking as much water as I should be this workout. That's because I put the water all the way over there. I don't feel like getting up. Okay, next set. And that's one of the benefits of watching a live stream of somebody working out, because it's easy to misinterpret or misunderstand what somebody explains to you. They'll say rest 1 minute, rest 2 minutes, rest 3 minutes, and then you'll think that you have to rest that amount of time, when the reality is they don't do that. They rest whatever they need to rest for their next workout, or for their next set. It could be a minute, it could be 30 seconds, it could be a minute and a half. Everything, it's like up to you. But you have to keep trying and figure out where you're comfortable. Next set. Okay. Okay. Whew, that was a good set. All right, next exercise is going to be calf raises on the vertical leg press. Hold on for 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, guys. Move to get this ready. Okay, I think this is a good angle. Now, this is my vertical leg press where I do my calf raises here. Now, regularly I do my calves Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays in the morning. But on Wednesdays now, I started doing them on my leg day so I can film them. But I don't film my calf exercises in the morning. They're only a few minutes. I'm not going to do a 10-minute live stream. Even though maybe I should. Now, I had told this story once before. The reason why I do leg press calf raises is because I was doing toe raises with this weight on my shoulder, and I was using a light weight, and then Elmo Santiago told me I was using too much of a light weight, that every time I take a step, it's like 300 pounds, so that's like 600 pounds my legs, my calves could carry automatically, so I should be doing at least that much in a calf raise, which I couldn't do with the toe raise because it hurt my shoulders and my back. So I put up heavy weight on the leg press, and I'm starting to do it like that. And that's why I do my leg presses for my calves. I don't do toe raises with on my shoulders. Oh man. Hope you guys are getting something out of this leg workout. Basically, I'm trying to show you that you don't have to do all those different leg exercises to get a good leg workout. Just do a couple of basic exercises hard, and then that should be good. You know, don't let leg day be a scary fucking day where you're like, oh shit, leg day, I don't want to touch leg day. That means I got to get under heavy weight. No, don't make leg day like that. Yes, I know a lot of people, oh, leg day. I like leg day. I never had a problem with leg day. I get to sit in the leg press. I get to lay down here. I get to sit in the leg curl or sit in the leg extension. Shit, that's great. That's one of my easiest workouts. Boy, that jacuzzi's gonna be good after this. I can feel my legs are gonna be sore. Okay, next set. Now you can do different stance. I vary my toes pointed in, out, whatever. I vary it up. No set way. Okay. You just gotta power through like that, just do it. So I think I fixed my pre-workout meal issue. For the last couple of days, I was eating this week, I guess Monday and Tuesday, I was eating too close to my workout time. And at the beginning of my workout, I was still feeling like I had shit in my stomach. And I didn't like that feeling, so today I ate much less. Well, Tuesday I ate less than Monday, but it still felt like that, so today I ate less than I ate yesterday. And now, right this minute, I'm hungry, so that's pretty good. That's how it's supposed to be, actually. Usually I'm never hungry in a workout. And I won't be in a few minutes. I really am not hungry. It came and went real quick. Okay, next set. Let me get a little wider stance. Get more stretch on this one. Okay. Okay, I want to say thank you guys for watching my workout. That was my leg day today. I went over 6 basic exercises that I've been doing for the last 30 years. Stiff-legged deadlifts, leg curls, leg extensions, leg press, seated calf raises, and toe raises on the vertical leg press. That's what I've been doing now for many, many years. Now, let me see how, oh, I don't know why that looks like, hold on one second. I think that's better. That had me like a little midget or something. Anyway, so that was my my leg workout for the day, for the week. So if you guys got something out of my workout, do me a favor, hit subscribe and hit the notification button. Let me see if anybody left any comments or questions. Let me check out my pump for the legs. Oh, look. Pretty good. All right, guys. Well, let me see if anybody asks me anything that I need to answer. Which I don't have my glasses. Okay, great. Okay, guys, take care. I'll see you guys tomorrow for my chest, shoulders, and tricep workout.